Get ready, because while most people assume this week will unfold like any other, they couldn't be more mistaken. Beneath the surface of daily routines and familiar rhythms, something far more profound is at play. The moon is not behaving as expected, and if you've sensed an inexplicable shift in the air, a pulse of energy you can't quite define, you're not imagining it. There's an underlying force, something ancient and powerful, subtly working its way into the fabric of our reality. Over the past few weeks, the skies have been anything but ordinary. We've witnessed two dramatic eclipses, a total lunar eclipse on the 14th and a partial solar eclipse on the 29th. These are not isolated events. They're part of a larger cosmic pattern, a celestial alignment that has been in motion long before we took notice. The moon has been in a state of heightened activity, as if responding to some unseen force. And what's coming this week is unlike anything we've experienced before. Many think of lunar phases as mere markers of time, but this particular first quarter moon is different, profoundly so. Normally, a first quarter moon signifies a time of action and decision-making, a moment when tension builds before the full moon's revelation. But this time, there's something unusual at play, something no one is talking about. The moon is not just a passive celestial body reflecting sunlight. It is an ancient force influencing the tides, the cycles of life, and even the deepest recesses of human consciousness. And this week, it is signaling a shift that we can no longer ignore. However, before we even reach that pivotal lunar phase, something even more remarkable is already waiting in the sky, and it begins tomorrow. This week doesn't unfold gradually. It erupts into motion. Tomorrow night, the moon will drift dangerously close to the Pleiades, an event that carries profound spiritual and energetic significance. For millennia, the Pleiades have been revered across cultures as a gateway to the divine, a celestial marker of wisdom, memory, and transformation. These stars are not just distant points of light. They are woven into the very myths and spiritual traditions of humanity. The ancient Egyptians, the Mayans, the Greeks, and indigenous tribes around the world all looked to the Pleiades for guidance, believing them to be a cosmic key unlocking knowledge hidden deep within the universe and within ourselves. This is not merely an astrological event. It is a moment of awakening. If you have ever felt that the universe was whispering to you, trying to communicate through dreams, symbols, or unexplained synchronicities, now is the time to listen. The energy surrounding this lunar alignment will be intense, amplifying intuition and stirring emotions that may have long been buried. Pay close attention to what arises in your consciousness over the next few days. Certain thoughts, emotions, or encounters may not be random at all, but rather part of a greater message being revealed. The key to navigating this week lies in awareness. Many will go about their days without noticing the subtle but powerful shifts taking place. But for those who are attuned, this will be a time of revelation. The sky is speaking, and the universe is offering a moment of connection, a chance to realign with a deeper truth, to step beyond the mundane and glimpse the greater cosmic design at work. Whatever you do, don't dismiss what you feel. This week is not ordinary. It is charged with energy, with meaning, with the kind of significance that lingers in the air long after the moment has passed. And the moon, ever watchful, ever mysterious, is leading the way. Stay open, stay aware, and be ready, because what happens next may just change everything. This moment in the cosmos is not just another passing celestial event. It is a profound awakening, a cosmic revelation that demands your attention. If you've been sensing a shift, a stirring beneath the surface of your daily life, you are not imagining things. This is your wake-up call from the universe, a signal that something pivotal is unfolding. April 3rd marks a rare and potent alignment where the moon and Jupiter collide in an electrifying burst of energy. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, doesn't simply sprinkle luck and good fortune. It magnifies, intensifies, and amplifies everything it touches. This is not a moment of gentle clarity. It is an unfiltered, unrelenting floodlight exposing what lies beneath your conscious awareness. If you've been feeling anxious, expect that nervous energy to swell into something impossible to ignore. If you've been inspired, that spark could ignite into an unstoppable blaze of passion, drive, or obsession. If you've been caught in uncertainty, prepare for wild dreams, spontaneous realizations, and an influx of messages from your subconscious. Imagine holding a magnifying glass over your deepest emotions, your hidden fears, your unspoken desires, every suppressed thought, every lingering doubt, every quiet intuition that you've brushed aside. This alignment forces it into full view. You may experience a revelation so clear and undeniable that it changes the course of your actions. Or you may feel overwhelmed, as if the weight of unprocessed emotions and truths is crashing over you like a tidal wave. Some will see this as a breakthrough moment, a surge of clarity that sets them on a new path. Others will feel as though their world has been thrown into chaos. But here's the crucial insight. Whatever surfaces on this day has been growing beneath the surface for a long time. This isn't something new, it's something that's been waiting for your attention. And now, Jupiter refuses to let you ignore it any longer. What appears exaggerated under this transit is not an illusion. It is an unveiling, a sudden impulse, an unshakable gut feeling, a sign so bizarre that it defies coincidence. These are not random. This is the universe guiding you toward what needs to be acknowledged, toward what you can no longer suppress. You will either resist the message or embrace the awakening. Either way, you will be changed. And just when you think the energy is settling, the cosmos delivers another seismic shift. The moon is not finished with you yet. This first quarter moon is unlike any other. It carries the imprint of recent eclipses, their residual force still reverberating through the cosmos and through you. Many believe a first quarter moon is just a midpoint, a simple phase between the new and the full. But that is a misconception. This is not a moment of balance. It is a moment of tension, a struggle between the past and the future, between who you were and who you are becoming. This moon does not whisper, it roars. It demands movement, action, and decision. The past few weeks have been setting the stage for something bigger, something that is now pressing against the edges of your reality, desperate to break through. For some, this will manifest as an irresistible creative surge, a flood of ideas and inspiration that cannot be ignored. For others, it will feel like an urgent call to action, a force propelling them toward change, ready or not. And for some, it will feel like chaos, a storm of emotions, a restlessness that refuses to be tamed, an undeniable sensation that something monumental is about to happen. You cannot stand still in this energy. The universe is asking you to choose, to step forward or retreat, to embrace transformation, or cling to what no longer serves you. This is a moment of reckoning, a test of your willingness to grow. If you feel the ground shifting beneath you, if you sense the pressure mounting, know that this is not happening to you. It is happening for you. The cosmic forces are conspiring to awaken you, to show you what is possible, to strip away illusion and reveal truth. Watch yourself closely on April 3rd. Pay attention to the emotions that swell within you, to the messages that arrive unbidden, to the unexpected shifts that demand acknowledgement. This is not just another day. It is a portal, a threshold, an initiation. And once you step through, there is no going back. Something powerful is stirring within you, waiting for the right moment to break through the surface. But here's the truth. You have to allow it. This isn't just a passing sensation, a fleeting thought, or an abstract feeling. It's an energy that has been building, coiling deep within you, seeking release. The cosmic forces surrounding April 5th are not random. They are deliberate, pressing against you, urging you towards something inevitable. This is not just about the moon, nor is it just about Mars. It's about you, your journey, your choices, and the transformations that are now impossible to ignore. There comes a time when tension is not just tension, it is a signal, a catalyst, a force designed to propel you into action. April 5th carries that weight. It is a cosmic pressure cooker, a moment that demands movement, demands acknowledgement, demands that you finally face what has been lingering beneath the surface. If you think you can bypass it, if you believe you can simply sidestep this energy, you're mistaken. This force is not passive. It does not wait for permission. Mars does not ask. It pushes. And this time, the push is subtle, yet insistent, hidden beneath layers of emotions and unspoken desires. You might already be sensing it. The restless energy, the feeling that something within you is shifting, twisting, preparing to break free. It's that moment before a storm, that charged stillness where the air itself hums with anticipation. When the moon aligns with Mars, that electricity becomes personal. It touches something deep, something raw, something that can no longer be silenced. This isn't about small, inconsequential changes. This is about the action you've been avoiding, the truth you've been reluctant to face, the step you've been hesitating to take. It's about that decision you keep postponing, the voice inside you that keeps whispering, urging, pleading for you to finally listen. For some, this energy will be invigorating. A sudden burst of clarity, an undeniable surge of courage, a push that aligns you with your purpose. For others, it may feel overwhelming, like an unseen force pressing in from all sides, triggering frustration, tension, or even conflict. It's not just about what is happening to you. It's about what is happening through you. The universe is not here to simply observe. It is here to participate, to provoke, to awaken. This energy does not just challenge, it liberates. It unlocks doors within you that you may not have even realized were closed. Some will experience an eruption of creativity, a rush of inspiration that refuses to be contained. Others will be confronted with revelations, deep, undeniable truths that shift their perception, offering clarity where there was once confusion. The moon is not merely a celestial body. It is a keeper of memory, a guide through the unseen currents of your soul. It remembers what you have suppressed. It holds the echoes of past choices, past hesitations, past versions of yourself that you thought you had left behind. The recent eclipses may be in the past, but their energy lingers. If you believe their influence has faded, you are mistaken. The universe does not work on human timelines. It moves in waves and cycles and echoes. The sky may seem quieter, but the reverberations continue, and so do the shifts within you. The moon has not forgotten, and neither have you. This moment is not here to break you. It is here to awaken you. What happens next is not entirely in your control, but how you meet this energy, how you allow it to move through you, will shape what follows. Something within you is ready to emerge. The question is, will you let it? You may not even realize it at first. The way exhaustion ebbs and flows like an unseen tide. How your thoughts feel tangled in a mist that refuses to clear. Or the way an unshakable weight settles in your chest, as if something profound is shifting just beyond your awareness. Perhaps you find yourself revisiting memories long buried, details from years past surfacing without warning, carrying with them a strange, almost haunting significance. Or maybe emotions strike with unexpected intensity, cutting through you like echoes of something vast and ancient, stirring before you even understand why. These sensations aren't random, nor are they mere coincidences. They are reverberations, energetic echoes of something far greater than what meets the eye. Eclipses are not just cosmic events marking time. They are turning points woven into the very fabric of your personal and collective story. They dismantle the old, rewrite the script, and set the stage for what is yet to come. And yet, while the shift happens in an instant, the process of integrating it is anything but immediate. The mind, the emotions, even the physical body, all must recalibrate to this new reality. This is why you may feel like you're caught in between, one foot lingering in the past, the other being pulled toward an unfamiliar future. Old patterns resurface, not to drag you backward, but to be seen, understood, and ultimately released. At the same time, an invisible momentum pushes you forward, urging you towards something unknown, something just beyond your current perception. It can feel disorienting, even overwhelming, as if you're standing at the threshold of two worlds. But you are not stuck between them. You are becoming the bridge that connects them. The tension you feel is not a sign of failure or stagnation. It is evidence that something profound is taking shape beneath the surface. The logical mind, in its relentless quest for order and certainty, may resist this liminal space, struggling to make sense of what is still in motion. But this is not a time for rigid logic. It is a time for trust. Things feel unsettled because they are meant to be. The universe is not asking you to return to what was familiar, because that version of reality no longer exists. The version of you that entered this eclipse cycle is not the same as the one emerging from it. So rather than searching for comfort in the past, allow yourself to embrace the unfamiliar. Let life feel different. Let yourself feel different. This is not about rushing toward the next chapter with force or urgency. It is about honoring the unfolding. There is wisdom in the in-between, in the quiet spaces where transformation takes root before it fully blooms. Give yourself permission to arrive slowly, to settle into this new version of yourself with curiosity rather than resistance. You are not lost. You are in the process of becoming. Your dreams this week aren't just fleeting images playing across your mind while you sleep. They're simulations, meticulously designed experiences meant to reveal, challenge, and ultimately shape you. Have you noticed them feeling unusually vivid? Perhaps too intense, unsettling, or strangely symbolic? Maybe they've taken on a darker tone, with odd, almost cryptic messages woven into their narratives. That's no accident. The energy of the recent eclipses is still pulsing through your subconscious, stirring the depths of your mind in ways you might not fully understand yet. These dreams aren't simply figments of your imagination. They are tests, assessments of where you stand in your own evolution. Think of it as a hidden layer of reality, unfolding while you sleep. These aren't just nightmares or random sequences of events. They are coded messages. They are carefully curated echoes of your past, present, and even glimpses of possible futures. Maybe you wake up breathless, the sensation of being chased still gripping your body, but the pursuer remains faceless. Maybe certain people from your past keep appearing, resurfacing in scenarios that feel eerily familiar, yet slightly altered. It might seem like just another peculiar dream, but beneath the surface, something deeper is at play. The universe is speaking, sending transmissions through the most unguarded part of you, your subconscious. And whether or not you're fully aware, you are already listening. Have you ever had someone unexpectedly come to mind? Someone you haven't thought about in years? Perhaps you see them in your dreams, reliving an old memory, but with a twist. The same people, the same places, but with subtle shifts that make you pause. These aren't mere coincidences. Your dreams are putting you through scenarios that expose what still has a hold over you. What unsettles you? What keeps you frozen in place? What are you still afraid to confront? These dream simulations measure the weight of your unresolved emotions, highlighting the very things you tend to ignore in waking life. Your subconscious isn't tormenting you, it's guiding you. It's exposing the cracks in your foundation before something in the waking world forces them open. In dreams, there's no ego, no carefully constructed identity to hide behind. There are no distractions, no obligations, no societal expectations. There's just you, raw, unfiltered, face to face with the truths you've buried. And here's the real challenge. The work doesn't stop when you wake up. If an emotion lingers, if a question refuses to fade, if a particular scene or feeling stays with you long after your eyes open, that's where the real work begins. Those lingering echoes are clues pointing toward the places within you that still need healing, release, or understanding. This time, the universe won't send its messages through external signs or vague synchronicities. Instead, the messages will come through people, through the way they appear in your dreams, through the way their presence stirs something in you, through the unresolved emotions they carry with them. Pay attention to the patterns, the familiar faces, the words unspoken. What needs closure? What needs to be acknowledged? What has been waiting for you to see it clearly? Your dreams are not separate from your reality. They are the missing pieces of a puzzle you've been unconsciously trying to solve all along. The question is, are you ready to wake up and face what they're showing you? Most of the time, we search for meaning in the obvious, looking for signs in angel numbers, déjà vu strange coincidences, and fleeting moments that feel too aligned to be random. We wait for a streetlight to flicker at just the right moment, for a song lyric to resonate too deeply to be accidental, for a dream to leave an imprint on our waking thoughts. We want the universe to speak in ways that feel mystical, almost cinematic, as if destiny is revealing itself in grand gestures. But this week, meaning won't arrive in such dramatic ways. It will be subtle, woven into the fabric of everyday life, waiting for you to notice. You might be standing in line at a coffee shop, idly listening to a stranger's conversation, when a single sentence lingers in your mind long after it's been spoken. You'll scroll through your phone, barely paying attention, and suddenly, an offhand comment from someone you don't even know will strike a chord so deep, it feels as if it was placed there just for you. A friend, perhaps distracted, will say something in passing, something they won't even remember minutes later, but the words will cling to you, refusing to be dismissed. This week, the universe isn't using symbols or whispers. It's speaking plainly, through people, through the ordinary, through voices that don't even realize they are carrying a message meant for you. If a particular phrase keeps circling back in your mind, if certain words echo long after they should have faded, don't ignore them. There is no such thing as meaningless repetition when it comes to messages from the universe. These words aren't meant to be obvious. They are meant to bypass your logical mind, slipping past the noise and sinking straight into your soul. They arrive in a way that feels natural, unforced, almost too mundane to matter, until they do. Some of these messages will feel like gentle affirmations, quiet confirmations that you are on the right path. They will offer clarity, reassurance, a subtle but certain push forward. Others, however, will not be so easy to accept. They may stir discomfort, revealing truths you've been avoiding, forcing you to confront something you've long buried. Not all divine messages arrive wrapped in warmth and light. Some come as challenges, difficult truths that demand change. But whether the words soothe or unsettle you, they are meant for you. They are guiding you towards something, nudging you closer to a realization, a decision, or a necessary shift. This week, listen carefully, not just with your ears, but with your intuition. Pay attention to the words that linger, the phrases that won't let you go. The universe is speaking, not in cryptic riddles or cosmic signs, but in the conversations around you. And if you truly listen, you'll realize the message was meant for you all along. The words we hear are more than just sounds. They carry weight, energy, and meaning far beyond their literal definitions. So don't just listen, interpret, feel them in your body. Pay attention to the subtle ways they affect you. Do certain phrases send chills down your spine? Do they stir up an old memory? Long buried beneath the surface? Do they make you bristle with defensiveness? As if they've struck a nerve you didn't even realize was exposed? That's how you know something is resonating, even if you don't yet understand why. This week, someone, perhaps a stranger, perhaps a friend, will say exactly what you need to hear. It may not come in the form you expect. It could be a passing comment, an offhand remark, or even a line from a book or a song that suddenly feels like it was meant just for you. The question is, will you recognize it? Will you be present enough, open enough to catch the message hidden in plain sight? And then, by April 6th, the energy shifts. The noise fades. No cosmic chaos, no celestial collisions, just stillness. But don't mistake the quiet for an ending. It's not over. It's a moment of suspension, the deep inhale before the exhale, the final heartbeat before something stirs. There's a strange calm in the air, the kind that makes time feel slow and heavy, as though the universe itself is holding its breath. You may wake up that day and feel different without knowing why. A sense of clarity might settle over you, like a puzzle piece clicking into place. Or maybe you'll feel a restlessness you can't quite explain, a feeling that something, though you don't yet know what, is about to shift. For some, this will be a welcome relief, a chance to finally breathe. For others, it will be unsettling, like standing at the edge of something vast and unknown. Because when the distractions fade, when the world quiets down, all that's left is you. So ask yourself, is this your moment to rest, to gather strength, to find peace in the stillness? Or is it the last breath before something within you wakes up, ready to move? Next week will bring the answer. If you've made it this far, thank you for your time and energy. If this resonated with you, I invite you to stay connected, subscribe, share your thoughts, or simply carry this message with you as you move through your week. Your support means more than you know. Until next time, take care, stay aware, and trust that the universe is always speaking. You just have to listen.